Hey everyone, it's Coach Kris, and welcome to Radical Rise, Radical Rest. This is your cozy corner of the internet where we reclaim power, not through grind culture, but through rest, reflection, and radical care. If that speaks to your spirit, go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of some community radical nourishment. So let me introduce you to two of my furry coworkers who I think are like the bosses in my life. This is Fitz, my Cairn Terrier. And I don't know if you've seen him. This is Lionel, this white fluffy mess on the bottom. He's a Shih Tzu. He's currently chewing on his bone. Um, they seem pretty mellow right now, but they're typically really rambunctious and hyper. Um, right now I'm on my day off, but typically when I'm working at home, I'm a remote worker. I'll take, breaks every now and then to get some coffee, to get some food. But they're my bosses, so they supervise me, they patrol me, they follow me from room to room. And even when I'm working, if I'm on Teams meetings, Zoom meetings, talking about exciting things like annual planning, they're curling up beside me. I like to think it's because they're emotionally invested, but I think they just like to be around their dog dad. And this is a secret that I'm going to tell you, but between calls, I take about a couple of minutes just to decompress and to emotionally transition into the next call. And I crawl onto this dog bed or the dog bed in my office, and I just cuddle with them. I literally just lie down with them and I breathe. And my nervous system calms down. And I like to think that kind of calms down in ways that I can't even explain, even like spiritually. Um, but at the same time, what's really funny is that Lionel and Fitz are also really demanding. They seem mellow right now, but they, unlike me, they communicate their needs very, very assertively, very directly. They're not subtle. I know when they're hungry. I know when they are ready for a walk. I'm getting pawed at, side eyed even. Um, but I'm going to tell you sort of like my truth in the moment as part of my healing journey, kind of part of my burnout recovery. Um, Part of my recovery are my 5 p.m. walks with them. I'll take them around our community. We live in a townhome community. And these walks are not peaceful. I mean, they're lunging at other dogs. Um, they are going too fast, going too slow for me. But what it really does is that walking my dogs or walking with them, it helps keep me grounded. They keep me amused. I laugh. Um, and they bring me back into my body. And I start to remember that I'm not just a job. I'm not just a brain on a laptop. So, right, Fitz? So today I want to share 3 powerful ways that dogs, like these two, help us rest and reduce stress. And it's backed by science, actually. And I think kind of like the inner wisdom of my soul, too. I like to think. So, a synthesis of both. Um, Tip one, or number one, is that dogs lower our stress hormones. So when you actually pet a dog, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. And at the same time, cortisol, our stress hormones, drop. It's kind of like our body's way of saying, we're safe, I'm connected to another being, it's safe to rest. It's cute, but I also think it's kind of like cuteness, but it's like biology interrupting burnout, essentially. Two, dogs anchor us in the present. So if there's one thing about Lionel and Fitz, is that they don't overthink, they don't future trip. They're here. They're sniffing the air. They're chewing their bones. They're laying in the sun, which is Fitz's favorite activity. They're staring at you right now because they want another snack. So when I walk these two, when I feed them, when I kind of laugh at the chaos outside when they're pulling on their leashes. Um, it kind of pulls me into the present moment, pulls me into the now, the presence. So I feel like it regulates my nervous system, and it's like the way that I rest in the moments during the day. Number three, I just wanted to mention too. Number three, dogs create restful routines. Remember that, restful routines. They've got their schedule down, you know. I follow their schedule, you know. They've got the breakfast meal, the walk, the naps during the day, the snacks, you know, around noon, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., every 2 hours, really. The 5 p.m. walk, the dinner, the other walk. And those are what I call daily rhythms. You know, I think I had a chapter in life where I didn't really have a lot of those daily rhythms and I felt really dysregulated. So, in a very weird way, you know, these two help me regulate my own body, my own rhythms, my own cadence during the day. Um, Even if it's dramatic, you know, even if it's chaotic, it's a rhythm. So, back to the 5 p.m. walks, what's really interesting is that it marks the end of my workday. And right there, I'm shifting gears. I'm reminding myself, okay, today's the end. It's time to breathe. It's time to release all the worries and stressors of the day as best as I can. And it's time to make dinner or do something else after 5 p.m. Now you're probably thinking, you know, dogs are also stressful too. You know, and I'm not saying that there's some sort of magical burnout cure. I mean, they add stress. There's vet bills. There's, you know, barking. There's growling. There's chaos. I mean, they're kind of like a full-time job in their way. I'm looking at them. One of them walking away right now. Kind of funny. But here's the beauty. I think even despite like the stressors, I feel their care, I feel their presence. And I'm learning right now in this moment that they teach me what it means to be in my own body. Sacredly to be held, to be loved, even on days when I'm feeling like a mess. And that is a beautiful gift. So I don't know, is a dog part of your healing journey? Is a dog an integral part of your own burnout recovery? I'd love to know. Let me know. Book a free coaching session about it, and we could talk about your burnout recovery, or drop some comments, you know, on this video. Let me know. Contact me. Let's exchange information. Let's talk. Tell me about your pups. Tell me about your rest. Tell me about the moments where your body is now demanding, you know, care, softness, slowness. You know, I'd love to talk to you. So as I end this video, I'm remembering right now, and I want to remember this with you. And this is inspired by Trisha Hersey, who just inspires me every day with her writing, with her spirituality, with her community. The words, rest is not a luxury. It's a portal to your power. So I'll see you next time on Radical Rise, Radical Rest. Thanks for watching this video. I want you to, you know, come with me on this journey to stay soft, to stay rooted, and to rise with rest.